All right, so 2003's Elf is directed by Jon Favreau, who a lot of people know for playing Happy Hogan in the MCU, but some of you might not know that he actually directed the first and second Iron Man films. I believe he's also one of the creators on The Mandalorian, one of the directors as well for that show, and I believe has had a hand in a lot of the other Star Wars Disney Plus shows. So, a very talented director slash writer slash person in general, somebody I very much like. The film is written by David Berenbaum, and it stars Will Ferrell, of course, as Buddy the Elf. Personally, this is one of my favorite Christmas movies. I think this would probably be like my second favorite Christmas movie. Not going to tell you what the first is because I'm thinking of doing a top 10 favorite Christmas movies sometime soon, maybe in the next day or so. Just because lately there haven't been as many new movies for me to watch. So I'm just like trying to find other stuff to talk about. But yeah, decided to kind of start my Christmas movie list. I was going to do like a 12 days of Christmas movie reviews, but I figured that would kind of get in the way of some other releases like Avatar and the Whitney Houston movie. Yeah, I could, do the 12 days of Christmas and also do those reviews as well, but I typically don't like to have two videos come out in the same day and have those competing with each other. I mean, my videos already compete with each other enough, so yeah, there's my reasoning there. But I'm still going to get to a few Christmas movies. There's still a few other ones that I want to talk about, one of which I actually already said that I want to talk about in another video. I won't say what that is here, but if you can find where I talked about it, you'll know which one I want to talk about. But yeah, like I said before, Will Ferrell as Buddy. We also have James Caan as Walter Hobbs. We have Bob Newhart as Papa Elf. Zoe Deschanel as Jovi. We have Ed Asner as Santa. Rest in peace, Ed Asner, the great Ed Asner, who some people might not know, but he voiced, and I forget the name of, is it Carl? I think so. He voiced the character of Carl in Up. Um, I believe he's done a lot of voice work for Disney and just a lot of voice work in general. Very great actor, and very sad that he's gone. I think this is a very underrated Santa that people typically don't think about when they think of live action Santas. But yeah, very much like him in this role, even though you don't get a whole lot of him. We also have Mary Steenburgen, hopefully I'm saying that right, as Emily Hobbs. Um, right? Yeah, I think so. So that's the wife to Walter Hobbs, and she actually was the mother to Will Ferrell's character in Step Brothers. So yeah, I'm 99.999% sure that Step Brothers came out after that. Yeah, it did. So it's cool to see that they work together again. But yeah, let me see who else do we have here. We have Daniel Tay as Michael, the son in the movie. We have, is it Faison Love, as the Gimbals manager. They don't give him a name, which sucks because his character is so iconic in here. He's so funny. I mean, if you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Gimbals manager. That guy is insane. No singing the North Pole. I don't know. There's just so many iconic lines in this movie that I can quote. And I'll say this right now before I forget. This is one of those movies that I feel like I could watch even if it weren't close to Christmas time. In fact, I have watched this, in the summertime before. I watched this while I was camping once. Like that's crazy. I watched this in a camper once at night when I was just like bored in like July. So this one is definitely one of those that I could rewatch any time of year, just because I love it that much. But yeah, who else do we have in here? We have Amy Sedaris as Deb. I always wondered who that was. Now I know who Amy Sedaris is because of stuff like she's in The Mandalorian too, right? Yeah, I think so. So that's kind of funny that she's working with Jon Favreau over there now too. But yeah, she's fun in here with the little amount we get from her. Peter Dinklage is in here as Miles Finch. We don't get a whole lot from him, but still cool to see him in here. Kyle Gass is in here. A lot of people might not like, if you're under the age of like, I don't know, 20, you might not know who Kyle Gass is, but he's one of the members of Tenacious D, which is a duo with Jack Black, and they are awesome. If you've never watched Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny, watch that movie. It's one of my favorites. I love it. But yeah, he plays Eugene. I knew. See, I should have recognized him in here, but I'm surprised I didn't. Who else do we have in here? We have Artie Lange as the Gimbal Santa. Who else? Got Leon Redbone as Leon the Snowman, which is like I think that was used with like stop motion claymation, with those scenes in the North Pole and his character. John Favreau, some of you might not know, but he actually voiced the narwhal that says "Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad," which I actually have a Christmas sweater with that on it, but I wish I could find it. I just couldn't find it before I had to record this. But yeah, he also cameoed as Walter Hobbs' doctor in the movie, so that's cool. Who else do we have here? There was one more person. Oh yeah, Andy Richter as Morris. Younger folks might not know who Andy Richter is, but he's like the co-host to Conan O'Brien. So, and he's been in a lot of really great movies as well. But yeah, really fun cast here. A lot of really great names. A lot of really great people in the comedy world as well. Yeah, John Favreau definitely picked out a lot of really great people for this one. But yeah, let me see here. If I heard this correctly, a lot of the like New York scenes were actually filmed in Vancouver, and Vancouver obviously over in Canada. And I think for the North Pole scenes in particular, the set that they were trying to use wasn't big enough, so they ended up actually using an ice skating rink, or like a hockey arena essentially. So basically, all the North Pole scenes were filmed on an ice skating rink in a hockey arena. As long as I heard that information correctly, because I was listening to like how it was made on Netflix. But yeah, little interesting factoid there. And then there's another interesting fact where, if you've seen the movie before, when Buddy the Elf first gets to New York and he's like walking around and you see like the one dude in the red jumpsuit who looks like Santa, and he's like, "Oh my God, Santa!" "Oh no, you're not Santa." That guy wasn't an actor. He wasn't a background actor or anything. In fact, this movie had quite a low budget, to the point where they really couldn't hire that many actors. So pretty much all those scenes, anybody in the background, it was just actual people. And I think that's awesome. That's genius. I love that kind of shit. And then also, the one other thing that I heard in that like kind of behind the scenes thing is that John Favreau didn't want to use a whole lot of special effects. There are special effects in the movie, I believe, specifically when it comes to like Santa's sleigh and stuff like that. But for the most part, a lot of it's done with like stop motion claymation kind of stuff like that. And I can appreciate that for sure. Yeah, John Favreau, he has a good eye for that kind of stuff, and I think he definitely made this movie stand the test of time by not trying too hard to put very new at the time digital effects into the movie and date the movie like that. But yeah, let me see here. Just making sure I don't have any other notes before I want to say the one thing I really want to say. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, I didn't have many notes for this movie. I was just watching it because it's one of those movies I watch every year. It's not really something I take notes on because I've seen it so many times. But yeah, I will say that one time I was watching it in July, I cried while watching it in that scene where Jovi starts singing and then everybody starts singing. And I can confirm that this time around, I cried in that part again. And I also cried in the part where Walter says, like, he apologizes for snapping at Buddy and says that he loves him. Those two parts, I cried. I'm a baby when it comes to movies like this, okay? It's Christmas movies. It gets me in the Christmas mood. It gets my heart all warm and happy. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this movie that makes me want to cry when I've seen other movies that are supposed to make me cry and really don't. I don't know what it is. It's weird. I don't think that was the point of it, but hey, that's just me with movies sometimes. I cry at weird shit. I cry at sappy stuff, and that's just something you guys are gonna have to get used to when it comes to movies like this, especially when I talk about them. But yeah, I mean, I knew this review wasn't going to be long. How long can you really talk about 2003's Elf? Because I feel like everybody's talked about it, reacted to it. I mean, what left is there to say? I mean, all I really wanted to say is that I just really love this movie, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it for a bit, share those interesting little factoids that some people might not have known. Yeah, it's a great movie. I would say it's at least my second favorite Christmas movie of all time. But again, I'm not going to tell you what the first is because I'm going to probably save that for a top 10 list. But yeah, pretty sure that's all I have for you guys today, for this review at least. I very much appreciate you watching. In terms of what I'm going to be reviewing next, I do want to go see, spoiler alert, the new Jim Parsons movie. I don't know when I'm going to get to that. It'll either be today as of recording this. It is Thursday, so it'll either be today or Sunday. Might have to wait a little bit. Just really depends. But yeah, I mean, you'll know when it comes out, I guess. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. Planning on doing some more Christmas movie reviews throughout the month of December. Not as many as I was planning on, but I will at least get to the ones I really wanted to, like maybe I'll do like Home Alone 1 and 2. That one seems like a good one to do. I mean, I rewatch those every year for sure. So that seems like a no-brainer on those. And then there's one other one that I was saying before. If you heard me in the video talking about it, then you'll know which one I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say it here. But I will say that Double Toasted is probably going to be covering it soon, so I kind of want to get to it before they do. Not that my review will be any better than theirs, but still. But yeah, I guess I should rank this movie, huh? I have a new ranking system that I haven't used a whole lot yet. It's very simple. It's probably going to change over time, but as of right now, it's just premium ticket, standard ticket, discounted ticket, and free ticket. You can kind of get the idea there. Premium ticket, worth paying extra for. Standard ticket, worth the price of admission. Discounted ticket, worth watching if it's discounted, and then free ticket, worth watching if it's free. Obviously, this is a movie that's not in theater. Well, actually, it is showing at a theater near me right now, so it might be showing at a theater near you. Possibly go watch it in the theater, but honestly, movies like this, you can watch it at home. Most people will. It's on HBO Max right now. So I guess in that standard, in the streaming standard, let's see, I'd probably give it like a standard subscription, and I would say like a standard ticket for the movie. I don't think it's anything that's gonna like change your entire life, but in terms of it being a good Christmas movie, is it a good Christmas movie? Absolutely. Is it the best Christmas movie? Maybe not, but I love it. So that's just me personally. But yeah, have you seen 2003's Elf? Do you like it or not? Comment down below. Let me know. Would just love to know what you think about this movie. Have you not seen it? Are you planning on watching it this holiday season? Why or why not? Comment that down below too. Really, anything you want to comment down below, I would appreciate it. I respond to pretty much every comment. So yeah, comment down below with anything you want. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, and I will see you in the next one.